Before we start this video, I have an announcement that my friend Jake Spicer is attempting to get a new project off the ground under his Dapper Dog Productions banister. It's going to be called Umbra, and you can find the teaser trailer for it in the description of this video. And right under the link to that trailer, you will also find an Indiegogo link where you can help Jake fund this new project. I understand that times are tough with money right now, but anything that you can contribute will be a huge help. So if you have the means and are willing to help, please click the link and give Jake a hand. Thank you guys so much and enjoy the video. Welcome back everybody, thank you for joining me once again for the final Christmas review of the year. Don't think that I can't see past your little games. What are you talking about, Channing? That's not a real Santa hat. Yeah, it is. You can see it, can't you? It's there. That's just put in editing, you numbskull. You're not even wearing it in real time. Yeah, okay. Fine. I'm not wearing a Santa hat. I'll tell you what, I will get a Santa hat for next year. Will that appease the great Channing Potato Tot? I suppose. But just know that you've let me down this year. I expected things from you, and this did not live up to those expectations. Whatever, man. Alright, can I just get to the review, please? You've kind of been bumming me out all Christmas season, and I just want to get it over with. Oh, so you're just going to be sad through the whole video for your final Christmas review? I mean, it makes sense for this movie. Do I even need to give you a plot rundown? It's a Christmas Carol, but dark. But for those who live under a rock somewhere, I'll give you a brief one. Ebenezer Scrooge is an old, rich, despicable man who is hated by everyone around him, almost as much as he hates Christmas. When he is visited by the ghost of his dead business partner, Jacob Marley, he is then haunted by three spirits on Christmas Eve night who do their best to make him change his ways so that his soul will not be doomed forever. And there are so many versions of A Christmas Carol that I was like, there's no way that they can do anything different with this, right? Wrong. To start it off, every performance in this is just knocked right out of the park. Guy Pearce as Ebenezer Scrooge he's so damn good. One thing I really like about what he did with his version of Ebenezer Scrooge is they make him like obsessive compulsive. Like there's one scene where he's counting down how many times people outside of his shop are saying certain things, and it looks wild. Like he's just writing down all these numbers and he's counting.
Punctual at 10 minutes past 7 for the past 189 days. With a 7-day hiatus, July 4th to 11th, when no doubt he and his horse were in Margate. 3 calls, 15 steps of the horse and 5 turns of the wheel. I need a pencil. 5 calls, 27 steps of the horse, 11 turns of the wheel. 27.
And then later on in the film, he has every profit earning and every expenditure memorized from every year that he's done business, and it's so wild, and it's a really cool character trait that they gave this version of Scrooge. And this sort of hyper focus on certain things, you can definitely draw a line from that to things that they tell us happened to him in his past whenever the Ghost of Christmas Past played by Andy Serkis. And this dude, I love Andy Serkis so much, and he's scary, he's creepy, and I love it.
If it turns out you can be redeemed, I will rake you out of the flames and blow you cool and deliver you to everlasting and eternal peace.
And when it comes to when the ghost of Christmas past is taking him through the past, bro, the first time that I saw this, they go places. They tell you things that happened, and Scrooge had it rough. And another great thing that they throw in there is that Scrooge at one point is even like, look, this is why I am the way I am. So I shouldn't be held responsible for the way I act because this happened to me. So I should be absolved of everything. I'm the victim. I should not be held accountable for this. This is their fault. And it's such an interesting way of looking at the character of Ebenezer Scrooge whenever you add these horrible things that happen to him, because that is one thing that people will try to justify the shitty way that they act, blaming it on things that happened to them in the past. And I love what they did with Ebenezer Scrooge in this version. There's also the fact that this is just a beautiful production. Everything looks incredible. You can definitely tell that there are certain shots and certain scenes that meticulous detail went into blocking and scripting and writing and shooting and editing and coloring. Like, this is a really great production. And even though I keep saying how dark it is, it's not like dark for the sake of being dark, you know? They took this source material, which is usually made to be this very family thing to teach a good lesson to kids, and they matured it, because this is also a lesson that adults need. And when they matured it, they just brought all these emotions to the surface, and it gets really sad and heartbreaking and devastating. It's just a really great adaptation of this source material that has been done countless times. The only negative I can say is that it is very long. It's almost 3 hours, but in its defense, it was also originally a 3-part miniseries, so it wasn't meant to be watched all in one sitting. But on Hulu, which is where I watched it, it is put together in a feature-length thing, and it's just under 3 hours. It's like 2 hours and 50 something minutes. And with that, since it is all in one and it's not broken up anymore the way that it was originally made, it does get really slow at times. Like, there were certain times where I had to force myself to focus in and pay attention and not get distracted. I could nitpick about a couple of certain things, like there's this one subplot about the reason that these spirits are sent to Scrooge, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, when you think about it for even half a second, I don't understand what it's supposed to mean. Other than that, this is a fantastic adaptation. I love this version of A Christmas Carol. Guy Pearce is a fantastic Scrooge. They do some really interesting things with his character, and he is probably the most despicable version of Scrooge ever. There's one thing that he does whenever you're going through his past, and it is truly awful. Like, Scrooge is evil, dude. This version looks beautiful. It's acted just... the performances are just incredible. It's just a little slow at times. But, like, if you want to break it up into 3 parts, you can, because little chapter cards come up. So when that happens, you can stop it and then pick it up later. And so, the final review of this year's Christmas season, to cap off a terrible year, I'm going to give the 2019 version of A Christmas Carol an A. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a blessed Christmas and holiday season, whatever it is that you celebrate. And I appreciate you sticking with me while I have a terrible upload schedule. It means a whole lot. And the steady growth on this channel makes me happier than I could ever tell you guys. It means a whole lot. So thank you. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. And that even means you, Channing. Merry Christmas. Well, thank you, Brandon. Merry Christmas.
I also enjoyed Christmas.
Fuck off! Yeah, right, okay. So, have you seen the 2019 version of A Christmas Carol? If you have, let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. Or, since there's so many versions of it, what is your favorite? Let me know that too. Go ahead and check out my social media. The links to all of that will be down in the description. But before you go there, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe so that I can see you guys next year.
Stop it.
Yeah, sorry.